In 2024, I experienced something that still keeps me awake at night. My name is Emily, and at the time I was staying alone in a rental house outside of Portland, Oregon. My husband was away on a business trip, leaving me by myself for 3 nights. The house was old, but it was beautiful. The owner told me it had been vacant for years after an elderly woman passed away there. The first night was normal. The second night wasn't. At exactly 2:17 a.m., I woke up to a strange knocking sound. It wasn't coming from the front door. It was coming from inside the wall next to my bed. I froze. The knocking continued for almost a minute before suddenly stopping. I convinced myself it was just old pipes. The next morning, everything seemed normal. Until I found muddy footprints in the hallway. Bare footprints. They started at the guest bedroom and ended directly outside my room. There was no sign of anyone entering the house. That night, I locked every door and window. At 2:17 a.m., the knocking returned. This time it was louder. Then I heard scratching. Like fingernails dragging slowly across wood. The sound moved through the walls, traveling around the room. My heart was racing. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight. That's when I noticed something strange. A small square panel near the floor was slightly open. I was sure it had been closed earlier. As I stared at it, the panel slowly creaked wider. Something was behind it. I couldn't see clearly. Then 2 pale fingers slid out from the darkness. I screamed. The fingers disappeared instantly. I ran downstairs and spent the rest of the night in my car. The next morning, I called the property owner. He arrived looking nervous. When I told him what happened, his face turned white. He admitted something he hadn't told me before. Years ago, the previous owner had reported hearing voices and knocking inside the walls. Workers later discovered a hidden crawlspace connecting several rooms. No one knew who built it. The owner and I opened the panel together. The crawlspace was empty. Except for one thing. A dusty photograph. It showed the elderly woman who died in the house. Standing behind her was a tall man. His face had been scratched out completely. I moved out that same day. A week later, the owner called me. He said workers found fresh footprints inside the crawlspace. The strange part? The house had been locked and completely empty. And the footprints stopped directly behind the wall where my bed used to be. Some nights, I still wake up at exactly 2:17 a.m. And sometimes, I hear knocking coming from inside my bedroom wall,